Hello ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, doing some fall work in the garden, getting rid of the leaves falling out of the trees. I'm not super stingy about it. I'll let some leaves lay down. I'm not gonna pick up every single leaf because that's just too much work. At least it looks kind of nice again. And let me show you something about the flower bed that I'm doing. I've done it last year and I'm gonna do it again this year. But you tell me if that's a good or bad thing. So as you can see, I let a bunch of leaves lay in the flower bed, so I think that'll protect it during the winter from frost and snow and ice. And then at the end of winter, when the ice is gone and the snow is gone, I'm taking all those leaves away again. I think I heard somewhere that that's what you're supposed to do. But why don't you tell me if I'm right or wrong in the comments? So today I am working on the shed a little bit again. Nothing too interesting, just making a wall look a little bit better. See, like before I just had the front, now the back. As you can see, I'm putting planks on it too. And yeah, starting to look pretty good. Every day a little step forward. So as you can see, we're here in my yard, and as you can see, it's quite a big yard. I believe the length of my yard is 163 meters long. And at its widest point, it's somewhere around 50 meters wide or something. Yeah, so it's quite a big yard. And because of that, I always wanted a robot lawnmower, but I never could get one. But that changes today. Let me show you. So, see the grass over there? And you see the grass over here? Doesn't this grass look nice? And if you look over here, you get a little sneak peek. Yeah, look at that thing. Let me show you. Well, there it is, an awesome Yuka Mammotion lawnmower, a robotic lawnmower, and I'm liking it a lot. And for those of you that also watch my parents' YouTube channel, you might recognize it because they got the same one. They got it through a sponsorship, and I got it kinda through a sponsorship, but not really. Let me explain. So, since my parents got it through their sponsorship, they had good contacts with those people. It was a long story short, and I don't want to tell you all the details because we're going to be here for a while. My parents told them that I also have a YouTube channel, and now they sent me this one for free. I got this one for free as well. But this is not really an official sponsorship. I didn't sign any contract, there was no agreement or anything. They just said, hey, you can keep this free one, and would you then like to make a video about it? And I said, of course. I would love to make a video about it. And since there was no official contract, I am not obligated to say certain things. Therefore, I can be completely honest about what I think about that lawnmower, and I think you guys will appreciate that too. Now, before I tell you guys what I think about this lawnmower, let me tell you about my land and why I have not had a robotic lawnmower until now. As you can see, and as I said during the beginning of this video, my piece of land is quite big. And with older versions, with other brand lawnmowers, you always have to dig in a wire at the edge of your land so that the robot knows where it can and where it cannot go. And for a piece of land this big, that just wasn't an option. You would need so much wire and you need to be digging so much, it was not going to work out. Also, those robots never really had enough battery or enough range to do the job on such a big piece of land. And now we get to why I can have this lawnmower that's over there, because this guy comes with this antenna, which is called an RTK unit. That antenna takes GPS signals that are usually only have a distance of 1 meter, a precision of 1 meter, and that antenna unit talks to the robot, and therefore the precision now is just a few centimeters. Therefore you don't need to dig in a cable to work with this robot. So that made it possible to have it on my big piece of land over here, which is amazing, right? I don't have to dig and I don't have to lay a cable. All you have to do is walk around with your phone and tell the robot where it can and can't go for the first time, and then it remembers that and you're done. So that's quite amazing. Another fact that this robot has that others don't is that you can divide up your land in zones. Therefore you can mow a very big piece of land in different zones. So my front garden here, that looks amazing after mowing it, looks very nice because it has been mowing this, and this is zone number 1. But as you can see, it has not been over there yet. That is zone number 2 over here and zone number 3 over there. Of course, you can rename the zones. This one is front garden, side garden, and the big field. That's what I called my zones. So it will mow one zone, then it will recharge when it's necessary, and then it will go do the next zone, and if it needs to recharge again, it will just go back. So this robot is really smart. It will just start mowing. When its battery dies, it will go back home, charge, and then it will go back and continue where it left off the last time, and therefore you can mow a really big piece of land. Now, this exact model is the Yuka 1500. There's also a Yuka 2000, and the 2000 is actually made for a bigger land, bigger field, but dividing everything up in zones, it was actually big enough. This one is good enough for the amount of space I have. And yeah, so it does it perfectly. Well, it just left its docking station and it's now going towards the very next place it will be mowing. Now this robot has a lot of functions. There's a lot of cool stuff you can do. As I said, you can tell it where to go. You can have no-go zones, so it knows where it cannot go. If you have, like me, you have a giant hole in the floor over here. You don't want it to fall in, so I told it that's a no-go zone, so he won't be going there. And you can have it mow patterns. You can have it mow every other day. You can set your schedule yourself. And everything that's normal mowers can do, this guy can do, and there's a lot of extras as well. So far, I am very happy with it. It's a great little device. Me and Frida are super excited about it because we don't have to mow anymore. Sadly, it came a little bit late in the season. Winter is coming, but it's going to be amazing to have it with the upcoming season. And it also makes me very happy that this is a little bit better for the environment because, you know, I used to always borrow the big lawnmower from my parents that runs on gas, and it took us about 1.5 hours to mow everything around here, sometimes longer, and then I had to drive it all the way from my house to my parents' house, and that just took up a lot of gas, and we all know that gas combustion engines aren't great for the environment, and this is all electric, and electric is much better for the environment. This is also a lot better for my field, because it's gonna leave all the grass that it cut on the field, which is mulch, which turns into small composts that will make my field feel better. The grass will look better over time, which is awesome. So, as you can see, I have been working on completing this wall on the shed, and it looks nice and pretty now. And meanwhile, while I was doing that, this guy has just been mowing the lawn. And that's another big bonus of robot lawnmowers, is that they do the work for you while you do something else. It's a big time saver, and I am really happy with it. And especially this one, because it's got all those extra features, allowing me to have one, because otherwise I couldn't even have one. This is the only lawn mowing robot that works for a field this big. Yeah, I can't say how happy I am with this thing. It is an amazing little lawn mowing buddy. We've dubbed it Whack-A-Moo. It's a name Frida and I came up with. Whack-A-Moo is because the moo part is because cows eat grass, and this guy eats grass, and whack because it's a weed whacker. So Whack-A-Moo, that's what our buddy is called. Another thing that I really like about this guy is I've seen other lawn mowing robots before, ones that other people have, and they are all quiet. They are all quiet because they're electric. Compared to gas lawnmowers, they're all pretty quiet. But this one, most of the noise you're hearing right now is the leaves that's going on. There's barely any noise. It's quite quiet. I'm standing right next to it and I'm talking to you and you can hear me fine. And yes, I know I'm saying so many good things about it. And is this really a sponsored video? Yes, let me remind you, there was no official contract. So I got to say exactly what I wanted, and I want to say that this thing is awesome. And if you have the opportunity to buy something from Mammotion, I know this thing is sold out right now, but in 2025 they're most likely gonna have new ones, and you should really buy one because it's an amazing lawn mowing robot.
Make some progress, I can see that they compare. I think everyone's against me, maybe something in the air. Am I paranoid? I swear a void is forming and they're scared I walk a straight path. Not many can say that. I like to play fast, cross me
Thanks for watching, guys. See you in the next vlog. And don't forget to subscribe.
Still recording.
I've been doing fine. I'm not wasting any more time. I live for the fight and the